Series, we're now joined by Austin Hill, driver of the number 21 RCR Chevrolet in the Xfinity Series. Same as others, we'll go ahead and open it up for questions. If you have one, please raise your hand and we will get a mic to you. We'll go in the back to Jordan, and then we'll come right up here up front.
Jordan Bianchi, The Athletic. When it comes to road course racing, where's your confidence level at compared to some of the other more traditional tracks?
I feel good enough that I could win this weekend. I feel really good about my what I've done on road courses. There's just that one little piece of the puzzle that I don't really know what the piece of the puzzle is yet that I'm missing to get the job done. We've been so close so many times. COTA earlier in the year, we led laps, had a shot at winning that one, and there at the end, just couldn't brake and do the things that the JRM cars were doing that day. They could drive in deeper than I could. I had a lot of issues with locking up the fronts or locking up the rears. That's actually how I lost the lead, was I wheel hopped and lost the lead. So we have been working on our braking package and trying to figure out what works best for me. Everybody brakes differently, and I guess the way that I brake and my technique, it causes some issues at times under braking. But all in all, I feel solid about the road courses. I think that we can go out there, we can run top 5 and have a shot at it.
Early impressions of the circuit, either from the track walk or from sim, what do you think so far?
The sim was very close to what it looked like at the track. There is some differences on some wall placements and where they put the tires up that we didn't have in the simulator. But all in all, first impression is it's a very nice racetrack. It looks like there's going to be some tire wear, just feeling what I felt on the racetrack and the surface. And a lot of 90-degree first-gear corners. So, I think that you're going to have to be really good in the brake zones, which I just touched on that I need to do a better job at. So I think you have to be really good in the brake zones to make really good lap time. And then I think through the S's is going to be a really big spot where you can either gain a lot of time or lose a lot of time. So making sure that you get through there nice and fluently and not overdrive, say turn 4 or turn 5 rather, to set up for 6 and 7, because as soon as you overdrive one of the S's, you're going to get behind on all the others. So just trying to hit your marks is going to be crucial, I think, for this weekend.
We'll come right here in the front, and then we'll go to Matt. We'll come to you.
Hi, Austin. Welcome to Mexico. How do you feel being part of this historic weekend? Because Xfinity Series was the last NASCAR race here in Mexico, 17 years old. And I want to ask you, what is your favorite thing about Mexico so far?
Yeah, it's really cool to come here and race. I tried to watch some film back when they raced in, I think it was 07, 08, and the track's definitely changed a lot since then. There's a lot of more 90-degree corners, so I don't know how much I learned from watching all of that back, but being here for this weekend, putting this event on is going to be awesome. Yesterday was able to walk around some and was able to go, I don't know what the park's called, but one of the parks that's down there in Mexico City, we walked through, my team and I think we walked 5 or 6 miles just touring the place, and was really neat just to see the differences here in Mexico City versus back in the U.S., and we had a good time with it.
Awesome. We'll come down here to Matt, and then we'll go right here and then over to Jerry.
Matt Weaver, The Sporting News. I think I passed by you in the garage earlier, and it sounds like you're on virtually very little sleep. What was your logistics like getting here?
Mine was actually pretty good. I actually came in Wednesday. We flew in Wednesday, had no issues getting here, got here within an hour. Once we landed, we were already here at the hotel, so ours was nice and smooth. I have a little bit of congestion going on ever since I got here. I don't know if that's just elevation or what it is, but didn't have any congestion before that. So I do have that going on a little bit. But yeah, all in all, I feel fine. Elevation-wise, everything feels good. As of right now, I haven't done any working out since I've been here. Just walked the track 2 laps and felt fine doing that.
Always the threat of rain here in the summer in Mexico City. How would you feel about this race potentially being a rain race tomorrow? I
actually feel really good about racing in the rain, so I would be okay with it. As long as it's not like a downpour where we have massive puddles everywhere. As long as it's just just a wet racetrack, I would be okay with it. But I think all the fans want to see it be a dry race. So hopefully it's a dry race and it's nice and sunny out, and we get put on a good show.
Come right here in the front.
Good morning, Mr. Hill. I wanted to ask you, do you believe that since this is a new race in the series, that you'll be able to gain a little bit of momentum in the championship and go from second place to first place?
I mean, it could be a racetrack that we could have a good weekend and gain some points on the 7. The 7 car has been pretty good this year, so we're a few points back from him. So it's going to take multiple races for us to catch up to him. But this could be one of those weekends where we kind of flip the script and we start out running the 7 car. And but all in all, I mean, we're in a good spot in the points right now with the wins and all that we have. We're really just trying to get prepared mainly for the playoffs coming up and trying to figure out what we can do to be better as an RCR organization to start outrunning the junior motorsport cars a little more often.
So we'll come down here to Jerry.
Jerry Jordan, KickingTheTires.net. So you say you walked the track yesterday. What were your thoughts on the view with the grandstands and racing through that and coming out with all the fans surrounding you with going through that area? That's just looked amazing to us.
Yeah, it's very unique. It's not something that you have on any given weekend. So it's going to be cool, doing that. It's going to be a lot of chaos there. I think that's going to be where you see guys getting turned around, a lot of dive bombs, people missing the corner. And yeah, it's going to be wild. I'm probably going to actually go sit over there here in a little while when the Cup practice gets going, just to see how people are taking the lines and drivers are getting through that section, because I do think that's a section where you might have to play a lot of defense through there. And so I'm going to be very watching very intently and see what guys are doing line-wise to maybe make some good lap times, or maybe also make just a defensive block to keep the guys behind you. Thanks.
Hi, Austin, Fox Sports Mexico. I saw you at Rockingham in the early year, and we talk about your chances of being champion, and we talk about you got a lot of wins. You have victories this year, but the question is, you win or not the championship, do you go to Cup to full time next year or in a short time?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. It's every year for the past 3 years it's been talked about going Cup racing, and every year I've had some opportunities to go Cup racing and ended up turning them down and staying at RCR. I've been very loyal to RCR and that entire organization. I love where I'm at right now. The Xfinity Series is a ton of fun, so I love racing in the Xfinity Series. If the right the perfect opportunity presents itself to go Cup racing, there's still ambition to go Cup racing and give it a shot for a couple years and see how I stack up, see if I can run with those guys, which I think I can. And, we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know if it'll be something that happens next year, but, maybe in the next 2 or 3 years it could possibly potentially happen. We'll just have to, wait and see and down the road and see how that pans out.
Okay, the last question. You are a very good driver in a circuit, okay? Do you want rain or not rain?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. If it rained, I don't think it would mess with me a whole lot, just because I feel like the times that I've raced in the rain, I've ran well. And I think, this racetrack, it could be a little different just because there's a lot of 90-degree corners, and the way you would have to set yourself up for each corner in the rain is going to be a lot different than some of the other road courses that I've raced at in the rain. So it would be interesting, it would be something that would be tough to figure out, just because we've never ran here before. If it was a place like Coda that we've raced at and it was to rain, like, I would know exactly what I would need to do to make lap time. Here I don't have a clue. So I would say I would like it to stay dry, but if the rain came, I wouldn't be panicking too much about it.
Thank you.
All right, Austin, thank you for your time
Yeah, appreciate
today,
it.
and good luck this weekend.